Okay, now there are a lot of benefits to using Canva.com versus using the PDFs that I have offered traditionally at Family Tree Notebooks. One of the big benefits that we haven't really talked about yet is that Canva comes with a lot of graphics and media and tools that you can then use when you're building your book. So let's look at some of those. Over here on the side menu, the same place where you found the uploads, you're going to see that there's text, some tools down here, and then there's elements. Elements is what I bet you'll actually use quite a bit. So let's click on that. Using Canva Elements can mean using shapes, using graphics. They've got stickers. There's photos and videos. There's sound, although I don't know what you would do with sound really in your book. Charts, tables, and then frames and grids, and then some other things. Frames you might use often if you're designing like your own pages, you're trying to be creative. But I feel like photos you'll probably use occasionally. And then these graphics you may use a lot. So I have this military records page. Now I actually have military photos of, I don't know why this keeps blinking out, of this ancestor. But let's say I didn't, and I knew that it was a World War I ancestor, and I wanted to put something here, but I didn't have any photos of him. Let's search elements for military. And it's going to say, okay, here's all of the results. There's graphics, there's different things. Let's say I want to find a photo to go here. So I'm going to select photos over here, and it's just going to show me the photo results. Now, some of these are going to be more suited to World War I than others, right? This one's not a great one. Honestly, any stock image, well, I'll explain that in a second. Any stock image that has somebody's face is kind of dangerous to put into your family history book because it's not always clear that that isn't actually your ancestor. I mean, in this case, I think we would know that this isn't the World War I soldier, but that would also just, again, make that a strange photo for me to pick. Now, something that I need to mention, I'm using a sample account that's just the free basic account. See how these clip art things have this little crown? This is telling you that this is a pro clip art image. You cannot use that unless you have a pro account. Now I can drag this in and it will go in. But what's going to happen is it's got this watermark over it now. And when I try to save it, it's going to tell me that I can't save a copy of it unless I upgrade to a Canva Pro account. So let's get rid of that. And if you go up to this little slider menu thing and you click that, you can actually filter out. Oh, no, you used to be able to filter out and only see free. Now you just have to go down and see what you can find that doesn't have that little crown. So like this one doesn't have this crown with all the military boots. Again, it doesn't have faces in it, but it's a little bit of a strange image to be using for World War I. But you can see there's some in here that don't have those crowns. Let's see if we can find anything that's appropriate for World War I. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna go, let's go with patriotic. Let's see if we can get a free one there. Just a nice flag. I'm really lowering the, okay, we'll just try to do this. Again, this is not what I would want to have on a military records page. And if I didn't have a photo, I would be glad that I had the pro account because this is not perfect for telling the story, but that is how you would use a photo. Now let's go back to all, and if we hit this little X, it's going to clear out our search function. And let's say I want to build a timeline over here. Let's see if they've got a good timeline graphic for me. Okay, so we're going to go to graphics, and we're going to see all these different timelines, a lot of which have this little crown, but we can find a couple that don't have that. And then maybe we can use that to build a timeline of his military service. Okay, let's say we'll just use this one. And we'll copy it and make a timeline like that. And if I select this, and now I'm able to use this and write, text and images. I could go back, I could do war and just search graphics. And then I could pull some not horribly violent graphics that, okay, see, that's the thing. I know I'm just trying to show you guys an example. It's hard not to be really choosy because I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want that. No, don't want that either. But, I can pull some of these graphics in if I want to and just put them anywhere. And as long as they don't have that little crown symbol, I'll be able to print and save and share and do whatever I want using these Canva graphics as part of my book. Anyway, so that's how you use these elements. You just search for them and then make sure that if you're using a free account that you try to avoid things that have that crown. Last thing, if I wanted to have a frame, it's the same sort of thing. You can just find the frame that you want. Let's say I wanted to have this diamond frame, and then I would go back and just have a photo, like the photo that I already used. I could just drag that in, and it's going to create this shaped photo from my page. Really easy, really fun to use. Play around with it a lot, and you'll probably be surprised at what you can do with the Canva elements.